to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
What's up? What's up? So I'm about to check out of this office. Long day at the office today. And I said before I get home today, I'm making sure that I go live. So I'm on here and I want to talk about how to think like a millionaire, y'all. Because it's very simple. It's very, very simple. It's a simple mistake that a lot of people make that can easily be fixed. And it is one thing, and I'm about to tell you as soon as I cut this camera off, cut these lights off, lock this office up, and get in my car. All right, so give me a second. If you're here, let me know you're here. I'm looking at the comments. And hopefully my car ain't too loud. I see Charles Clark checking in. What's going on with you? CBN member. Get paid to be you member as well. Charles Clark getting all of it. He said he missed out on nothing. See who we got. Queen of Skills checking in. Need some motivation. That's what's up. Appreciate you checking in. All right, I won't hold y'all long either. I'm just gonna basically let y'all ride home with me today, and we're gonna wrap it up after that. And I'm gonna tell you this real quick. And let me just jump right into it as I put this seatbelt on. It really is this, y'all. You gotta think long term. I know you heard me say that before if you've been around for a while. But I gotta remind you, for those who heard it already and for those who are new to the channel, this might be something that you need to consider, because short-term thinking is usually what keeps people broke. It usually keeps people making the wrong decision. All of that. It's simply short-term thinking. Short-term thinking, y'all. Think about this. If you, let's just say, for example, you got an opportunity to take on a new contract right now. Remember, this used to happen to me a lot. I had an opportunity to get a new contract, sizable building. Let's say the monthly gross is gonna be like $2,000 a month. So I'm looking at, dang, I'm about to get an extra $2,000 a month, right? But I didn't think about the long-term effects of it because I was with a franchise at the time, and so I didn't think about the fact that they were gonna charge me $8,000 for the contract, and I also didn't think about the fact that I was gonna finance that contract over a 1-year period of time, and then on top of that, I didn't think about the fact that Jam Pro only guaranteed that the contract would they only guaranteed the contract for up to 1 year. Like, they signed a contract for a year with the customer. So if the customer decided to leave Jam Pro for any reason, whether they were going out of business, whether they just decided they didn't like Jam Pro no more, whatever it is, even if it was nothing to do with me, they could leave after 1 year. So why would I finance a contract over 1 year if they could leave exactly after 1 year? I wasn't thinking long term. I was thinking short term. I was thinking, dang, extra $2,000 a month. I need that. Right? I was thinking short term. I wasn't thinking long term. You know what I mean? Or what about when people go and get payday loans? You get payday loans because you broke today. And then when you look at it, it's like, well, why are you broke? Well, simply because you got more bills than you have income 9 times out of 10, right? You just simply signed up for way too many subscriptions, or way too many, you got too many bills, and they cost more than what you bring in every single month. So now you're looking for a short-term fix because you broke today, and your kids got a field trip to go to that you got to pay for because you don't want to tell them you messed up with your money and you can't afford it today, right? Or you got Christmas coming up and you didn't plan for it throughout the year, so now you're trying to scramble at the last minute to pay for the Christmas present, right? And so now we go get a payday loan, and guess what happens? Now, on top of those bills that you already couldn't afford, now you got to pay the loan back too on top of that. And guess what? You might have messed around and got a title loan. Not just a regular payday loan, you done got a title loan. So now they coming to get your car and you still ain't paying all them bills, right? That was short-term thinking. So what long-term thinking would have did was, you know what? I'm going to have to break the news to the kids and let them know, listen, I don't have it this shit. Maybe you go borrow it from somebody, a family member. Maybe you find a toy drive or something where you can get them some toys from the toy drive and call that Christmas, wrap them things up, right? They might not get the PlayStation this year, but they're going to get something, right? And sacrifice this Christmas and guarantee yourself that next Christmas, I guarantee you it won't be like this, right? Because I'm gonna make the smart decision all 2022 to make sure I swear this won't happen again, right? Because you know you probably gonna get a tax refund here in the first quarter, and you're gonna invest that this 2022, right? That's what long term thinking does. Short term thinking only thinks, well, shit, I just got to make it the next paycheck, right? I just got to make it to the next time. Well, I'm gonna make it look good. Just give me the 2,000 a day. I'll figure it out after that. That's short term thinking, and that's why you keep spinning yourself in circles over and over and over. Yes, I sound like I know something about that, don't I? Because I do, right? I had to learn that. I had to keep making them stupid short term mistakes over and over and over again. Some piss me off today. I make a knee jerk reaction today, right? I'm broke today, so I try to do something to get some money quick today, right? When in reality, you got to think long term because a lot of times the things that got you in that position is a bunch of short term thinking decisions. You got to think long term. Long term thinking to fix pretty much 99% of the problem that you probably have if you really just think it through. When you hire your employees, a lot of times we're not doing that. We're not taking applications out. We're not holding thorough interviews up. We're not doing training, proper training. Our onboarding processes are terrible, isn't it? But we just hired the first person that came available, the first person that's in our family that said they can come, right? Why? Because we needed a short term fix. We need somebody to come out there and help us clean this building today, or we need somebody to cover that building today because you can't get out there, or you don't feel like getting out there, so you need somebody to go cover it, right? Now here you go 2 weeks later, somebody done stole from the damn building, and you know it was that new person you just hired, right? Or here you go finally getting a complaint that you ain't even been getting no complaint in this building the whole time, all because you were trying to do a short term fix instead of thinking long term. Go ahead and make the sacrifice now. Put that training system together. Guess what? How much you gonna get paid today if you take the time out to make a training system to actually put together some training material to actually put together an onboarding process with paperwork with W-9 forms and or what is the other one for the employees? The W-4 form, I believe it is when you hire the employee, right? Getting all these things in order, getting you a hiring package together for these people when they come on. How much are you gonna get paid when you take the time out to do that today? Zero. And that's why it's so hard for entrepreneurs to do stuff like that. But guess what? How much is it gonna cost you if you don't do it? Lots of lost employees, lots of lost contracts if you put bad employees in there, right? Lots of wasted time because you didn't take the time out to think long term and just do the thing that was gonna save you in the long run. You're trying to do fix these easy fixes. You know what I mean? You got to think long term. I'm just trying to tell you things that I know now. We want to go and get the damn the fancy car today because they approved us for zero down today. You know damn well you can't afford that $500 a month. You know what I mean? But you ain't thinking long term, and you finance it over 6 years, and the car 10 damn years old, but it got a VIN symbol on it, so you think you're doing something today. Now when the shit get repoed in 4 months, then what? You know what I mean? Cause you ain't thinking long term. Then you saying, oh well, I'll go get 2 jobs. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep what I want. Okay, well that sound good. That sound cute. You sound like you're hustling, right? Until it's time for you to find a babysitter for them kids in the evening, right? Or until yeah, you got a babysitter, but now you don't get to see your kids none throughout the whole week. And you lucky if you got the energy to mess with them on the weekends, right? If you got the weekends off, right? That's short term thinking. All of that is short term thinking. You should have been thinking long term. You should have thought about, damn, how I'm gonna get 2 jobs. I got kids. Damn, when I'm gonna see my kids if I get the 2 jobs and I got a babysitter. You know what I mean? It's like you got to think stuff through all the way through. Don't just look at the short term stuff. And sometimes when you make good long term decisions, guess what? A lot of people around you might not like it. You know what I mean? You might have to piss some people off. You might have to struggle and sacrifice. It might hurt you physically or mentally in the short term for making that right short term decision, right? But in the long term, you're gonna be way better off. There's some signs about to come past me somewhere, y'all. So excuse that background noise and while I'm at this red light, I'm gonna take a chance to look, it just turned green. Let me see where these sirens come from. No, I see it. Give me a second, y'all. Gotta get to another red light. I was about to read some of the comments. But that's it, man. You really just gotta, cause once I park, I'm gonna be home about two minutes anyway. And I sit here and I can actually build with y'all. Look at these comments. But just think long term, man. It's really that simple. Think about some of the things you got going on in your life right now that's and they bad things, but as a result of you thinking short term. Simply because you didn't take the time out to think the whole tape through. As my mama said the other day, I was on the phone when she said you got to play the whole tape through, right? You got to play the whole tape through. You got to play chess with it. Think about the move. Well, if I do this, then what's gonna happen after that? You know what I mean? We got to stop trying to just do the first damn thing that we can do. That's why. That's one of the main reasons I say this all the time. That's one of the main reasons why you don't see me on YouTube talking about business credit, right? Because I know that most of the people who watch channels like mine are starting business. If we honest, you probably don't even need to mess with no business credit yet. You know what I mean? I know about business credit. I got hundreds of thousands of dollars in business credit already before. I just got approved real recently for a unlimited credit business credit card. Right? I could tell you a little things about business credit, but before we even get to that, guess what I need to tell you first? You need to make sure you know how to build and run a business for real. And a lot of times you see people on here with saying they got multiple businesses and this business, that. But I'm telling you right now, 90% of these people, more than 90% probably, I'm trying to be nice. If they got multiple businesses, the truth is they probably ain't got their stuff together, if we honest. Because it takes so much work just to run one damn business. You know what I mean? People ain't got bookkeepers, they ain't got their books in order. You can't finance anything. You can't go buy a house because you ain't got your stuff together. Then it's like when taxes due, it look good because you say you take a loss, right? Because so you won't owe no taxes. But then when it's time for you to go buy something that you want to buy and it requires finance, and now you out back because you got no way to prove that you actually make the money that you know you make. You see what I'm saying? And that's short term thinking again. You doing short term shit. Yeah, I don't want to pay no taxes. But now in the long term, it hurts you. Now you can't even go buy no property. You want to invest in real estate, and you was gonna use your business to do it, but since you ain't have your books together, you ain't want to take the time out and pay the $200 a month for a bookkeeper. Which, if you in Clean Biz Network and you took the Clean Biz Starter Kit course, I show you who I go through. I go through what's the name of my company? Bench.co. Got the affiliate link in the course. That way we both get a little bonus if you use my affiliate link, right? But instead of paying the $200 a month, which I know that's a lot when you first starting it off, so I get that. That's why I also train you how to use waveapps.com, which is free to you. And I got a tutorial on that in there, right? But once you start making you some money, go and pay the bookkeeper. Dog. I promise you it'll save you a lot in the long run. That way you can have a real business. If you ain't got your books in order, your business don't even exist for real. It ain't nothing. But we rather make the short term, quick decision and say, no, I'm gonna save that $200. That's my lights right there. You know what I mean? You thinking about you instead of the business. When you building a business, you gotta separate you and that business. All that business money is not your money. You gotta separate it. All right, I'm almost home, y'all. Y'all see I'm just stalling now. I'm still dropping a little something over. I'm stalling the top part right quick so I can look at these questions. But hopefully this message was able to resonate with somebody, dog. I had to think about this. I don't even remember what spawned me to do this today because I told myself this morning, I said, if I speak today, I'm going to talk about these long term thinking because that's usually the culprit of whenever we make bad decisions. It's simply we won't think long term enough. It's really just that simple. All right, I'm pulling up to the house now. Y'all give me a few minutes. I'm going to read these comments. And I sit up here. I've been going the whole day. My wife just called me trying to figure out what the hell I was. And I forgot these people was in here doing some work at the house too. I done pulled up just in time so I can at least see them before they leave. I probably won't do them being talking to y'all, but anyway. All right, seatbelt on. All right, let's see what we got going on. Shout out to my cousin Davida checking in. What else we got? And I forgot I'm supposed to post these comments on the screen too. So let's go there. What else we got? We got Aaron checking in. Says, have you heard of a company called? Excuse me, what is that? Have you heard of the company Clean First Time? I haven't. I haven't. But if you asking, then I'm assuming that it's probably a bigger company looking to subcontract to you. That's what I'm assuming. And my advice on subcontracting, if that's what it is simply don't do it unless you either desperate for the money and you're gonna clean it yourself, or B, you just want some cleaning experience. But other than that, subbing for somebody else's company is not a long term play for you as an entrepreneur. But if you actually trying to build a business, but if you just just trying to get some money, you ain't thinking about building no business and all of that, then you good. All right. Shout out Mr. Nitty checking in. Shout out Delisha checking in. Delisha Carmichael says I'm with Jan Pro right now. Shout out to her. Hopefully, if you after you watch enough videos, you'll be getting independent, building your own thing. Yeah, I'm up here now. All right, what else we got? They resell to another franchise and charge a fee again. That's how they make money. 100% fact. That's why I had to realize that the franchise route for me was because once I realized that the way that they make money and the way that I made money, we had two different like our customer wasn't the same. I thought we shared companies. I thought we were partners, right? But in reality, we weren't partners. I was uh basically they were eating off of me as a franchise owner. Like I was their customer. And the crazy thing about it is if they just wake up and realize that that's what it is, they'll treat their franchise owners better and they probably can do a lot better than what they're doing. Because when somebody pays you, that means that you're their customer, right? I mean, they're your customer, I mean, right? If they pay you, they're the customer. And then how do the franchises get paid from their unit franchise owners? They make more money off of you than they do from the actual buildings that you clean. You make money off the buildings you clean, but not them. And then the money that they do make from them is a little penny. You know what I mean? So anyway, I ain't gonna go on and on about that. I told myself I'd do a new franchise video here shortly though, because every now at least a couple times a year I gotta go over that. Even though I'm very far removed from that, but I gotta speak on that because I know there's plenty of people out there still doing, you know what I mean, dealing with those. So I gotta speak on that. What else we got? Trap Thunder checking in. Appreciate you, Trap Thunder trench coat. I'm gonna say the whole thing checking in. All right. Uh, what else we got? Peace and love says as always. Thanks so much for your great advice. I appreciate you. All right. Shout out Nikki May says order in the lead right now. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So I look forward to hearing your feedback from it. Hopefully we'll get you a good one and you close that deal. All right. So you said something right there. There's levels to that business credit that people don't really understand. That's a fact. It's a fact. Like if you can't figure out how to flip one into two, two into four, four into eight, and so on, don't even worry about no business credit because all you're gonna do is borrow a bunch of debt and not know how to flip it and turn it into, you know what I mean, to more profit. Like if you can't flip that money the way you're supposed to, don't even mess with it. I seen a guy that I know for a fact brings in millions of dollars every year. He was offered a line of credit for $1 million. He took like $100,000 before from this company. He took a few hundred here and there, but when they offered him $1 million, he declined it because he said he didn't know what to do with it. Now, me personally, I would have took that shit because I feel like I know, but he didn't, and I respected it because, like, end of the day, if you don't know if you don't know how to make $1 million, you probably don't know how to flip $1 million. Now he made $1 million, so I don't know why he didn't take it, but anyway. All right, what else we got? You definitely do. I'm telling you, once you got that money coming in, the banks will pretty much do whatever you want. Literally. As a matter of fact, I ain't gonna go too much in detail with the personal stuff, but yeah, that's a fact though. We gotta stop wanting to look good while losing. That's 100% fact. That is 100% fact. As a matter of fact, I saw a guy. I was watching a guy on YouTube. If I could think of his name, I would say it. But he speak a lot about drop shipping. I wish I could think of his name. He looked younger, but he might not be that young because he said he been an entrepreneur for I think he said like 10 years, something like that. I thought he was too young for that, but maybe he older than I think he is. But anyway, he was detailing like his businesses, and one of his businesses doing like 80,000 a month, and the other one doing like I think he said 40,000 or something like that. And then he said that he only paid himself $5,000 a month, and then the rest of that stuff like the business, and all of that. And let me move out these people way. I think I'm in the way. And it just hit me because it was like, damn, I was paying myself $5,000 a month for a good little while now, up until recently. And it made me wonder, like, damn, maybe do I need to go back to that? Because he's apparently making a lot more than I am. And I done already gave myself a little raise. So it made me question myself too. You know what I mean? Like, maybe should I turn it down just a little bit? And so just to piggyback off that point you just made, while I try to get the hell out of these people's way, I don't know where to go though. But to speak back on that point you just made, yeah, like we gotta make sure that we value in the right thing. You know what I mean, and don't try to flash unnecessarily. Like, who you showing off for anyway? You know what I mean, like, who is it that you're trying to impress or that you feel like you need to impress? Forget these people, though. I understand a lot of us, we just want to prove a point, especially as entrepreneurs, because we feel like nobody believed in us. Okay, good. I'm out of this way. We feel like nobody believed. Now what? You know, like so, like. Yeah, I gotta find somewhere to park. Good, cause we got our calls all type of ways. All right. Ain't gonna hit it. All right, back to y'all. All right. How many times do you follow up at the walkthrough appointment? A few times. So first, I would do it immediately after, not immediately, but like the day when after you send the proposal, I would hit them up just to call them up and be like, "Hey, this AJ Cleanbiz Network just giving you a call back to make sure that you receive the proposal and let you know that if you have any questions, just you know what I mean, don't hesitate to reach back out." So basically, you just call them to let them know, "Hey, I just want to make sure you actually received the proposal, right?" In that moment, you hoping that they already seen it and they was like, "Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm ready to go. When can you start?" Right? That's what you're hoping for. But in reality, we know that ain't gonna always be the case, especially not with you calling them within a day, right? So then after that, from that call, I will let them dictate when I should call them back. So I would ask them, okay, I completely understand. By the way, so can you just kind of give me like a time so that way I don't want to bug you. I want to make sure I'm out of your way, and I know you're busy. But just by any chance you might think, can you give me a good date for when I should call back and follow up with you? And just ask them and let them tell you. And then the second time when you go call, try that one more time. And after that, you can kind of tell if it's dead or not. But still, definitely keep following up. At least, you know what I mean, for 30 days span. I usually try. I won't want to bother nobody more than one time per week, but definitely to keep following up for sure though. All right, what else we got? Turn this call. All right. Shamika Harris says my husband and I have watched so many of your videos and launched in January. The building stage now. Thank you for your knowledge. I appreciate you and shout out to you and your husband. All right, Miss Harris, Shamika Harris. All right. My guy Andrew Lewis checking in said what's good, AJCBN and YouTube. Dropping gems as always. Ears are always wide open. When this man spits facts, nothing but straight facts. I appreciate that. Shout out my guy Calvin, the new trader checking in. All right. What else we got? Sean Richards checking in. Appreciate you. All right, working on building my clientele now. That's what's up. What else we got? Put my 2 weeks notice in to start doing shampoo cleaning. I'm applying the knowledge garnered from my business. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom, AJ. Y'all bless. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Glad to help. Appreciate that. I'm getting a lot of these ghost comments lately. I can get used to that. Right. Nah, I appreciate you though. Shampoo carpet cleaning. I appreciate that. Checking in. All right. What else we got? I have learned so much, but I always do additional resources. Actually, I need to read it down here. That's too small. All right. I have learned so much, but I always do additional resources to understand from various points. Absolutely. Look, you and me both. I'm always listening. I'm always learning. I don't care who it is. All right. Mr. Nitty, AJ, keep giving out real advice, bro. Much appreciated. I appreciate you. Shout out Anthony Brown checking in. Get paid to be you member, Clean Biz Network member. All right. And you also check out the interview I got with him on my channel. I definitely brought him on. So look him up. AJ Simmons, Anthony Brown interview. All right. Nikki May says, okay, cool. I did that follow up today. He confirmed he saw it and wanted to review. Perfect. So you might didn't ask the question for when you should follow up with him. You know what I mean? But next time you talk to him, if he still ain't ready, then just ask him. All right. But I would say from today, since you already did hit him up, if you didn't ask him when you should follow up, what's today? Tuesday. I would check back with him probably Thursday afternoon. Fridays are usually not the best, but either Thursday afternoon or Friday morning, Friday early afternoonish, sometime around then. Just rebranding my business and getting the wheels back rolling. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. Actually, where we at? How do I schedule a 101? We are in the 804 and we'll love to connect as we build. Yeah, so you go to cleanbiznetwork.com to schedule a 101 with me. I always tell everybody I recommend that you just join Clean Biz Network instead because I'm more accessible to Clean Biz Network. We do a live Zoom call every single Wednesday at what time? 5 o'clock Eastern time. And so a lot of times the members don't always join that. So for the ones that do, they pretty much get me all to themselves anyway. And that way you have your one-on-ones every week if you want one, right? But if you still and plus that is one time payment versus if you just schedule a one-on-one with me, then you just get that one call, but then you got to keep scheduling, right? Now to mention, if you get the course and join Clean Business Network, you get the course with it. You get a year free to Calculated Clean, which is my mobile app for bidding app and all that. You can look it up, Calculated Clean, and a lot of other perks too, discounts on the lead generation service. So I recommend you just join us. And the way that you join is by getting the Clean Your Business Starter Kit course or the Clean Your Business Starter Kit, but it sounds like you just would need the course. So if you go to cleanbiznetwork.com, it'll be the very first thing that you see on that page. All right, what else we got? Liz in the house checking in, CBN, longtime CBN member. All right, and then another Liz says, congratulations to Nikki May. So congrats to Nikki May. All right, so that's what I got, y'all. I ain't want to be that long because, like I said, I've been grinding. I've been at the office since this morning, and I'm just now getting home. And my wife did call me before I left and was like, where you at? So I'm out here now. I'm about to go ahead and go in the house and chill with the family. But I appreciate y'all checking in. Make sure you hit that like button if you like it. Hit the love button if you're on Facebook. Share this video. Share. If you find value in this, you think it'll help somebody you know, definitely share it. Let's get this brand out there. Let's get this message out there so I can help more people. All right. Andy Garcia says, you the man. Started my biz. Appreciate that. Shout out Andy Garcia and congratulations on starting your business. I'm AJ Simmons. Clean Biz Network is my website as well as getpaidtobu.com. I'm out of here.